Thank you so much, Shaniqua. It's wonderful to be here with you today. As Shaniqua just mentioned, we're here in the crew quarters facility in Florida. We arrived a couple of days ago, and this is really starting to feel like we're about to launch. We've seen the rocket. We've been spending time out on the beach with our families. We've been thinking about all the things, last minute things that we need to take care of. So it's getting very, very real. We want to say a big thanks to all the teams that got us here, NASA, ESA, Roscosmos, all of our international partners, SpaceX, of course, for all the incredible preparation that we've received. We are really feeling ready, and hopefully we will be able to launch on Wednesday as planned.
Yeah, also today I cooked traditional Russian food. This is a borscht, and I hope I cooked it for my crew, for teams who support us. Yes, thank you.
And very delicious.
I
very
hope.
delicious.
Very delicious.
Thanks, Andre. It's been great here in crew quarters. It's just a historic part of NASA's program. From the beginning of the space program, astronauts have been staying here in quarantine before they go, doing our last little bit of training, some quality time with our families. It's really a special place to be. We're happy to be here at Kennedy Space Center, and we're really, really excited to launch in 3 days.
Thanks, Jack. Yeah, and not only very serious training happens also, but daily anecdotes. And we wanted to share the one fun anecdote that we started sleep shift in order to be ready for launch at 6 a.m. Florida time. And so, for example, today we're going to go to bed at 2 p.m. and going to wake up at 9:45 p.m. And in order to help us, we wear these wonderful glasses that block blue light. And we really like it.
Question for the full crew, but sort of broken up slightly differently. Jessica, if you could talk a little bit about your marine biology experience, and especially your work in the Arctic, and how that helped inform your time as an astronaut. And then to the rest of the crew, you all have armed services backgrounds. If you could speak to how your military service helps you in your daily or your mindset as astronauts and cosmonauts, that'd be great. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. As you mentioned, I did work as a scientist in my previous career, and I was studying the physiology of animals in extreme environments. So that research brought me to places like the Antarctic, and I was fortunate enough to go down there 5 times for research expeditions and later for a diving expedition as well. And I think it does actually play in really nicely with our current job, with some of the similarities that these guys have from their military deployments and that kind of thing. And I think that came through, in my astronaut interview as well. The things that I would point out are working in an isolated, harsh environment. So I was working in a remote field camp in the Antarctic with a very small team of people living in a confined situation in a harsh climate. So those kinds of experiences really help prepare us for the confined locations like the International Space Station, and help teach us really valuable lessons about teamwork and cooperation and what it's like to really spend that much time together with a small group of people. I think there are a lot of other parallels as well. When we're down in the Antarctic, we don't bring a ton of other specialists. We just had our small core team that was doing science. For my research, we were studying the diving physiology of emperor penguins. So in addition to doing the science, we also had to spend some days just shoveling snow or fixing a broken down snowmobile and that kind of thing. And that brings out these sort of operational fix-it type skills that are also really important to our daily routine on the space station, since, of course, we can't call an electrician or a plumber to fix the toilet or change a light bulb.
Thanks, Jessica. I think the question hits it on the head in the sense that we have all different backgrounds, and that's what makes the crew a success. Throughout the 25 years we've had humans in orbit on the International Space Station, and throughout of our respective space agencies, we all have a different background, and we bring something different to the adventure and to the mission, and that helps us succeed as a crew. For me as an aviator, it helped me grow my mustache right now. It's a really key part of my background.
Pretty impressive, right?
But also, when I grew up as a naval aviator, everyone around me challenged me to be the best version of myself and be as capable and work as hard as I possibly could to meet the high standard that is present in that community. And I try to bring that here to my experience at NASA. And I'll kick it over to Soph.
Yeah, thank you, Jack. And Jessica, yeah, I could only agree with what you said. I would add as well that the background that Jack and I and Andre had in the military taught us how to deal with complex operation in the face of uncertainty. So it's not only dealing with like inside your cockpit with whatever elements happen in sometimes hostile environments, but also an ever-changing environment. And I think Crew-12, we had a lot of a changing environment in our training. So this is clearly something we experienced in our previous lives, and it was really like very relevant for our training.
I agree with these guys. And also I think that it doesn't matter what experience you have. Anything what you can do, it will be helpful for you. Yeah.
I have a question for Sophie. Sophie, I know that you're bringing with you a new exercising machine to the space station, E4D, and I saw some photos of you practicing with it, getting used to it. I wonder if you're going to ask different crewmates to test the machine in orbit. And what is it that you're expecting out of this machine? Do you think it's going to improve the current exercising machine on the space station? And what are you and ESA expecting out of this machine in the near future? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for this question. Actually, all of us will be training on this machine, and we're all very excited. It's a partnership between ESA, the European Space Agency, and NASA. It's a great opportunity for everyone and all of the teams to test the concept of a machine that is thought to be later installed on board the Gateway, the station around the moon. And we have many hopes that this machine we tested it on the ground. It's incredible. It brings a lot more exercise variety than the current exercise machine has. And so we are very happy to test this all. It's going to be interesting to see also because although we're very confident with the ground testing, now testing this in microgravity might bring us different analysis, and maybe we'll have to tweak some of the exercises. Just to give you some examples of new exercises that were not possible before with the current ARED machine, this machine will give us the opportunity to do all of the pulling movements. With the previous one, it was mainly about pushing, so pushing away from your body. This one has a rope built in, and so we can pull towards our body. So it's really more, a big picture will hit all of the muscle groups, and so it will help for better health and we hope better, sustainable muscle when we come back to Earth.
I guess this is for Jessica. I mean, you guys obviously didn't get a direct handover with Crew-11 aboard the station, but I assume you've talked to them on the ground, wondering if they gave you any hints, any advice. And a related question, is a handover even needed, given Chris has been there since November and you and Andre are veterans?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good point. Actually, in the time of my last flight, around 6-7 years ago, we did these indirect handovers, what we call them. We did those actually regularly. It was more rare to have that direct handover where the other crew stayed on board before you arrived. So now, since we've had commercial crew, we have been doing these direct handovers more, and it does help in order to transfer over any last-minute operations to help people get the lay of the land. But there is nothing magic in it. It also, during that direct handover, it actually is quite crowded on the space station as well. So sometimes it's hard to, it can make life a little bit more difficult. So we don't anticipate any problems. Like you mentioned, Chris has been up there since around the time of Thanksgiving, so he is very well settled in. We have talked to him as a crew. We've talked to him individually several times. him, so we've traded different pieces of information. He's doing really well and has that place running. It's going to be in perfect shape when we get up there, I'm sure, because he's so competent and settled in. And we did have a chance to talk to the Crew-11 astronauts as well. We ran into them several times and had a little bit of a debrief so they could pass along some pertinent things. There are some differences on the space station from the time that Andre and I flew before, but overall, as a whole, it hasn't changed that much. So you're right, our experience will also help, and Jack and Sophie will be up to speed in no time, I'm sure.
You had two people doing numerous interviews on networks and local television stations. One is a retired senior engineer from NASA, and the other is a former shuttle pilot. And they've been going around saying that the heat shield is old technology. They rate it as an F. How does that make you feel? And I want to direct that to Jessica. Go ahead.
Well, that is specific to the Artemis mission. We are flying on a SpaceX Dragon capsule, so totally different heat shield than the one that you were talking about. But in regard to the Artemis mission, we have thousands of engineers here that have reviewed all of those data and that are trying to make sure that we are in a good posture. So we have reviewed those data. We do believe that the profile that the Artemis astronauts will be flying is a safe one, and we will leave it to that team to sort out.
I'm wondering if each of you could describe a personal item that you're bringing along with you to space.
Sure. We all get to bring different personal items with us to space to share with all our friends and families. And that's pretty meaningful to a lot of us, right? We have a lot of people in our lives that have helped us along the way. And it's hard to really express how thankful we are to everyone that has helped us get to where we are in life. And one of the ways we can do that maybe is sharing something that we've flown as a personal gift afterwards. And that feels pretty powerful. And I know I'm pretty excited to do that when I get back. Andre?
Yeah, I think it's the same like you. It's different photos, different small things, and for give for my friends. Yeah, same.
Yeah, I have some mementos from different institutions, organizations, universities that I've attended before. We won't give any spoiler alerts. We'll save some of that. But one thing I will tell you, I do have a small stuffed rabbit that belongs to my 3-year-old daughter. And she actually has 2 of these because one was given as a gift. So one will stay down here with her and one will be there with us having adventures all the time. So that we'll keep sending those photos back and forth to my family.
Thanks, yeah, and for me, some personal items too. I can mention one that has had a lot of meaning for me. So I'm flying the mission patch of Claudie Agneray. She was the first French woman astronaut, and she inspired me so much. So I wanted to honor her path and how she inspired so many women in France, and so many also not only women, but people wanted to go into sciences and adventure and exploration jobs. So yeah, that's something I'm gonna fly.